Hi. Today we're in Oregon. We're going to be in the Dundee Hills of the Willamette Valley, and we are going to Stoller Family Estate Vineyard and Winery. We're going to go taste the wines of Melissa Burr, who's the winemaker there. Stoller Family Estate boasts one of the largest contiguous vineyards in all of Oregon, certainly in the Willamette, and they make terrific wines. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's absolutely gorgeous. Wait till you see the tasting room. It's absolutely spectacular. Big shout out to Teresa and Stacy Sharp. They let me horn in on their tasting because otherwise I wasn't getting into Stoller. So a big thanks to them. Come on, you're going to have a lot of fun. Let's go. Today we're off to the Willamette Valley in Oregon, in the sub-AVA of the Dundee Hills. We're going to Stoller Vineyards. Stoller is the largest contiguous vineyard in Oregon's Dundee Hills. The property spans 400 acres, with 225 acres dedicated to growing vines at elevations ranging from 210 to 650 feet above sea level. Bill Stoller was born outside of Dayton, Oregon. He graduated from Pacific University, as well as got an MBA from Portland State University. In 1983, Bill co-founded Express Employment Professionals, currently the largest privately held staffing company in the world. Bill and Kathy Stoller made their first investment in wine in 1993, buying part ownership in Harry Peterson Nedry's Chehalem Wines. The same year, the couple also bought an old 373-acre turkey farm east of Lafayette, owned by Bill's father and uncle, where he had spent much of his youth. The Stollers planted 10 acres of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay shortly thereafter. Stoller Vineyards estate plantings now total 176 acres. The first estate release was in 2003. In 2006, they established a state-of-the-art winery that was awarded leadership in energy and environmental design, LEED Gold certification. Kathy passed away in 2011, and Bill became the sole owner of Chehalem Wines in 2018. Gary Morton is president and has been a senior leadership position at Stoller for more than 13 years. Gary pushes the technological envelope in the technology side and is constantly striving to push the winery ahead on all fronts. Gary is also an award-winning director of 2 documentary films about Oregonians who served in combat in Afghanistan and Iraq. Jason Tosh is in charge of vineyard operations. He's a native Oregonian. He is an Oregon State University grad with a degree in horticulture, focusing on small fruits and berries. Jason oversees 585 acres across 4 estate properties while cultivating relationships with high-end growers throughout the state. Melissa Burr is the winemaker. She was raised in the Willamette Valley. After completing her Bachelor of Science degree, she soon discovered her passion was really in wine. She studied winemaking and fermentation science at OSU and interned during harvest for several local wineries before becoming production winemaker for Cooper Mountain. In 2003, Melissa joined Stoller Family Estate as the winery's first dedicated winemaker. She has helped grow the production from 1,000 cases to 60,000 while acting as the steward of Stoller's legacy. I had not made a reservation at Stoller, but was got into by Teresa and Stacy Sharp, both of Tacoma, Washington. They had taken pity on me and invited me to join them in their tasting. Pure serendipity. The tasting room was large and opulent. The Dundee Hills Chardonnay is a mix of all the estate Chardonnay clones, whole cluster pressed, notes of red, ripe apple and pear, lemon zest, and other floral notes. On the palate, there's baked apple, orange marmalade, ginger, a hint of mineral, smooth but with enough acidity to make the fruit really linger. Very easy to drink Chardonnay, especially for my 2 companions who raved about it. Willamette Valley Chardonnay is a tasting room only wine offering. Sourced for premier sites in 3 Willamette Valley AVAs, this wine saw mostly neutral oak to achieve a bright, approachable style. The nose has hints of fresh cut apple, vanilla, citrus, and on the palate, the fresh apple continues with hints of lemon zest and a lovely salinity that gives the wine balance. It's got complexity, really beautiful.
Cheers. Tonight is kind of special.
We ordered a charcuterie and cheese plate to accompany our tasting. Pinot Noir Rosé has been a cornerstone of production at Stoller Family Estate for more than a decade. Whole cluster pressed and fermented in stainless steel, the Willamette Valley Pinot Noir Rosé explodes with notes of watermelon, strawberry, tropical fruits, and finishes with zesty, mouth-watering citrus notes. Really refreshing. Dundee Hills Pinot Noir. It's a mosaic of Pinot Noir from their estate. This wine is a mix of all their Pinot Noir clones, mostly whole berry fermented before aging in mostly neutral French oak for almost a year. Red currant, pomegranate, cherry, and finishing with cranberry all come through with lovely tannins and acidity that make it last. Truly a very pretty Pinot Noir. Stoller Reserve Pinot Noir was aged mostly in older neutral oak with lovely notes of black cherry, red raspberry, and cranberry with hints of cedar, black pepper, and spice. Lovely tannins are paired with very nice acidity. Cherry flavor lasts a good long time. This was easily one of my favorites from the tasting. A great Pinot. So that's our trip to Stoller Family Estate. I hope you enjoyed it. The wines were spectacular. Had a little fun in there. Big thanks again to Stacy and Teresa for letting me horn in on their tasting. They were very, very lovely to me. And love the wines of Melissa Burr. Nice thing about Stoller is they are a fairly large size winery, so you can find them in a number of wine shops, good wine shops around the country. You really want to get in on this. If you can't get into into Oregon and go tasting, then find them in your local wine shop. They're making great stuff. Thanks so much. See you again. Well, that's it for this edition of the Great American Winery STROOPWAFFLE. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll come back soon. And in the meantime, drink local.